I'm doing good. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. What
Good.
is your name,
My
please?
name is Becky. What's your name?
It's nice to meet you, Richard.
Richard. Oh, that's my father's name.
Really?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah. My dad's
That's
name is
cool.
Richard, and for short, they call him Rick. For short.
Oh, that's great. For short, here in Brazil, they call me Rich.
Oh, well, actually, some people do call him Rich. So he's got some that say, "Hey, Rich," and some that call him Rick. So, yeah, he gets a combination of Rich, Richard, or Rick. He's been called all three.
That's great. Just out of curiosity, for example, when two people have the same name, is there a specific name for it? Because in Portuguese we have something called, it's like xará. So, for example, if I meet a person, who has the same name as
Hmm.
me, so I would use that word.
Yeah.
Is there something like that in English?
Like if he has the same name as you?
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, there's not anything that we specifically use. If another person just
Mm,
has a similar same name, it's just they have the same name. There's not really a
mm.
special
So
word
the
that we would use. Yeah.
so I would feel like in English, oh, we have the same
That's
name. What a
basically all we
coincidence.
say. Yeah. I mean, I've met other Beckys. Oh, we have the same name. Yeah, it's not anything
That's it.
special. Yeah, there's no special word. Just we got the
That's
same
good.
name. Yeah.
I saw in your video, in your profile
Yeah.
here on
I need to
Cambly,
redo that. I need to make a
you
new one.
were with a puppet, right? You were with a puppet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I teach a lot of kids. So, like, you can tell I have,
Yeah,
lots of toys and, I have to make it fun. So, we got to make it fun. So yeah, I do. I'm a Cambly kid tutor also. So, oh yes, I have to have puppets and toys and everything you can to make it fun.
yeah, exactly. Kids, they get distracted so
Oh
easily, right? Don't
yes.
they?
Oh yeah. And then you have kids that are shy and or they're scared and they don't want to
Yeah,
say anything. So puppets help to bring them out. Helps to,
yeah, that's true.
yeah.
I'm so curious. It's so interesting, for example, because some kids don't like to study,
No.
right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's hard to get their attention.
Yes, it
It's hard to
is.
get their attention,
Yeah,
especially if there's
it
something.
really is. It
So
takes effort.
exactly, especially something when they, for example, when they don't understand the language. For example, in the beginning, when they first start studying English, it may be a little bit, I don't know, hard for them, right?
Oh, yeah, it really can be. And they get scared and they don't want to talk. So that's where puppets come in. We just play with puppets and I'll say, hello, how are you? And it's just getting them to say hi, just simple words, maybe one word, but just getting them
That's
to smile and, they may not say a lot of words at first, but just hearing me say some words and, getting them to maybe laugh or smile. Yeah, it just I call it baby steps.
I
Baby
see.
steps. Yeah.
I'd like to help my little brother to study English, but it's hard to get his
It
attention.
really is. How
And
old is he?
he's 7 years
He's
old.
7. Okay. Yeah, he's young.
Yeah.
My youngest on Cambly, I've had 3-year-olds. I've had 3 and 4. As young
Oh,
as
really?
3 and 4.
In your opinion, I'd like to know your opinion about that.
Oh, about
Mm, At
when they're young?
about yeah, for example, at what age do you think children should start learning a
Oh,
new language, especially English? Because let me tell you my opinion
yeah.
first, please. When they are you know, too young, they are formulating their native language,
Mm-hmm.
right? They are still formulating their native language,
Yeah.
so it can be hard
Yeah.
to, uh, to understand both languages at the same time. I think when, for example, a child lives in the country, okay,
Yeah.
it's really
Right.
great because lots of people
Yeah.
here in Cambly told me, oh, at home I speak Spanish, my native language, but when I go to school, I speak English. So
Yes.
that's cool. But what about when you have to teach online like this?
Yeah. Yeah, there are. My experience has been that the younger they are, the better. But the parent needs to speak both languages. Speak some English, speak some Spanish, or speak some English, speak some Portuguese. Incorporate both always. And the reason I say is because I have a friend who is Spanish and she wanted her son to learn 3 languages.
Oh
So
my God.
she spoke Spanish, English, and sign language all the time. All the time. A
Oh
little
my
Spanish,
God.
a little sign language, a little English, a little of all. He knows all three. He knows all three.
Oh, he did?
And he is, let's see, how old is he now? He is 10. He's 10 now.
He's young. That's
So
cool.
she just
That's
continued to
awesome.
speak all of them. A little Spanish, a little English, a little sign language. Just keep incorporating them all. They learn words. Babies learn words. And so you just have to continue throughout your day. That's what she does throughout her day. She speak a little Spanish, speak a little English, you know, just do it all. And he knows all. He knows all three. Hmm.
That's
They can do
cool.
it. They can do it.
Children learn so
Yes, they
fast,
do.
don't they?
They learn very quickly. They really do. Oh, because I have a 3-year-old who's from China and he can speak English. I mean, he's from China. He's 3 and
That's
he speaks
awesome.
better than his mother.
Oh my gosh, really? He does?
Yes.
Oh
Uh,
my, especially, people from China, they take English very
yes, they
seriously, right?
do. Yes, they do. And actually, many of my children, my kid students, can speak better than their parents. I have many that
Oh,
actually
that's
speak better
so
than
interesting.
their parents.
Oh,
It's
that's
amazing.
so interesting,
It's
man. Yeah,
amazing.
it's
I'm like,
awesome.
can you tell your mommy?
Can you explain that to
Yes,
them?
sometimes they do. They're like, they'll be talking to mommy or daddy in their, native tongue and explaining to them what I'm trying to
Mhm.
say.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
and
Children are amazing and they're fast learners and they do know more than what you think.
yeah, and that's so uh, amazing that we talked about that because I was watching a YouTube channel the other
Hmm.
day, and the teacher there explained that, for example, a native child, from the
Hmm.
United States, for example, when they are at their, I don't know, when they are five
Yeah.
years old, for
Yeah.
example, some people, for example, when we are learning English, we tend to speak like a child,
Yes.
and it's so
It's true.
interesting. Sometimes children in the United States, native speakers, they speak better than students
Hmm.
when they study for five
Yeah.
years because they use English every
That's
day
true.
for everything. They use English. When we study English, it's like once a week for 2 hours,
Yes.
for 3 hours,
Hmm.
and then we speak our native
Yes.
language again.
Hmm.
So it's not the same. Sometimes, and he said, when he was in the United
Yeah.
States studying
Yeah.
English, uh, I think his friend had a
Yeah.
child, and that child always helped him to pronounce words correctly, to pronounce phrasal
Yeah.
verbs and things
Uh-huh.
like that. That's so
Yeah,
interesting. That's so
it
good,
really
right?
is. Yeah, it's amazing. Some children just amaze me, even on Cambly. I have another student. She's from Taiwan. She is so smart. Her English is very good. I'm wondering why she's on Cambly. She's only like maybe 5 or 6, and her
Fine.
English is excellent.
Oh,
It's excellent.
awesome.
Her grammar is so good, and she almost speaks better than her father. So she amazes me. She amazes me. And she's on the adult side. She's not even on the kid side. She's on the adult side.
Oh, oh, really?
And she amazes me. She amazes me. Her reading is excellent. She speaks so good. She likes to play with Amy. That's my puppet. She just, I'm like, what do you not know? It's like, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool. I wish I had learned English when I when I was younger.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
But
Me too. I
yeah.
would like to speak more languages. I do know American Sign Language. I was learning Spanish. I should get back to that. but yeah, because I was younger when I learned those languages, and I forget so much now because I'm not using it every day. Yeah, and
I
like
know
you
what I
said,
mean.
you kind of, it's like baby talk when you're learning a language. So I totally understand. Yeah.
Yeah, I also study Spanish.
I did study Spanish when I was like a teenager. I was trying to learn Spanish. My friend wants to teach me again. I'm like, I know. And yeah, and plus I learned American Sign Language when I was also a teenager, but I had a friend who could not hear. So she encouraged me to learn so I could communicate with her. So yeah, and that came more natural. So I did good with that. Spanish was more of a struggle. I still struggle. I still really struggle. So it's like baby. It's like baby Spanish.
Yeah, what I'm facing right now in English, because I have been trying to to make my English as natural as
You're
possible.
doing really
And
great. You sound really
thank
good.
you,
You're doing really
thank
great.
you. And when I watch TV shows in English, when I see people interacting with each other, sometimes they use certain prepositions, certain phrasal verbs that I'm not used to, and I feel like, why did they use that way? But kids don't learn that way. They don't care why they used that
I
word.
know.
They only reproduce it, and I have to think like that. But I like understanding
Well,
why.
it's especially for me. I live in Texas, so I live in the very southern part of, the US, and everyone in the southern, we have a lot of expressions and a lot of phrasal verbs, and I was raised with learning a lot of that. So, I was raised with all kinds of expressions, So for here, it comes natural to use those. Other places, like you go up north, people are like, what do you mean by that? What does that mean? They don't use them as much. Like in California, they don't really use a lot of expressions we use. I don't know if it's a Southern thing. I don't really know, but I was raised with all kinds of sayings and expressions.
That's true. I've been watching a TV show from Texas.
Yeah.
You are from Texas, are you?
Yeah, born and raised
Yeah,
Texas.
and you guys sometimes use, oh, is that so?
Yeah, we use that. We use the word y'all. How y'all doing? Oh, we're doing just fine. We're just peaches. It's hotter than a cat on a hot tin roof today. I mean, so it's like we say all these really funny expressions sometimes that we may only know what they mean. And another person might say, "What's a cat on a hot tin roof? What does that mean?" There's a lot.
I don't know what that means either.
There's a lot of them. You come to Texas, you will hear them.
That's cool. Oh, my time is over. Thanks so much for
Yeah.
this incredible